Pound USD, now we are based on daily chart. Okay, as we can see, based on the daily chart, the things is, if we look into this correction and this in relative to this, now the question is whether this is the end of the move, this is the only correction and this is the start of the down move, or we getting the correction in relative to this move. That means the price from here or lower, we can expect one move up. Okay, this is the question we need to know. And right now, based on daily chart, we don't have any information. As we can see here, the price drop. In this case, we move to forward chart. Okay, based on the forward chart, if you refer back to my last analysis on the weekends, when the price was here, I mentioned that I'm expecting for the down move, and I said if we get the correction, we can look for the sell. This is the correction we get, and this is the down move. Okay, and now the thing, this is the one we were looking for, and now the question is how deep this one can go. Even if you refer back to my last video, the first things is we said how deep this one can go, whether it can go to this or this, or this is the start of the down move, because based on daily chart we mentioned the possibility this is the only correction and this is the start of the down move, and the other possibility is this is a correction. That means we can expect for the one move up. That's why if we go for this option, how deep this one can go, we are not sure. Whether the price from here can reverse, come to this low or this low or bit lower before we are not sure. Okay, but based on our analysis, we get the down move, and now we need to protect our trade. That means if anyone is in this trade, they should move their stop loss to break even right now. If there is a continuation, good. If there is a reversal, at least they protect their trade. Right now we want to see whether we will get the correction here. Does mean we can expect for the up move or not, and how deep this one can go. Alright, or whether we will get any correction within this range if there is a continuation, and whether we can get sell setup before we get the up move, we are not sure. Okay, in this case we need to follow the chart, because right now we have a sharp move before we conform it. In this case we move to 1 hour chart. Also based on 1 hour chart, if we refer to my last video analysis, I think the price was somewhere around here. We say we are expecting for the down move, and this is the correction we get it. But we were expecting to get the smaller correction. We didn't expect to get this correction. Okay, and this is what we get right now. And anyone is in the trade, the best one is below this. That's mean within this correction. Anyone is in this trade, they should move their stop loss to break even, because we are not sure how deep this can go. If there is a continuation, they are in trade. If we see sharp reversal, then at least they protect the trade. Okay, now how we want to trade it, what's the next move? Okay, because we said we want to move this one. The first option is there is a continuation to break the low based on the forward chart. The another one is may come to somewhere around here or this level, then we get the reversal, or even from here. Okay, right now we don't have anything, but do you want to trade within this range? If we get a small correction, we can trade, but all the trade, that means small flag. Okay, that means if we get any small flag here, yes, you can look for sell, but all sells will be short term. Okay, as long as we get to the profit, we need to manage it. All right, how about if the price come to here, reverse, sharply reverse, we get the correction, then we need to look into it. Okay, and right now we don't have any buy setup, because the reason, if I say if sharply come here, we get the correction here, we need to see that correction can give us an up move, or is a bigger correction in relative to this for the next, again for the continuation for the down move. Okay, and right now we cannot say if we get a sharp move, a flag, we can look for buy. We don't trade that. First things before we look for buy, we want to see this is the end of the move, we confirm that. Okay, as what we have right now is the only sharp move. All right, how about if I move to forward chart? If I draw this trend line, okay, can we say if it comes to this trend line, then from there we can look for the up move? I don't suggest it. Okay, right now we have this is 1 2 3. and let it we get a few more hours. If there is a continuation, we just keep it. But if this is correcting here, then from there we see what type of the correction we get, whether is a correction for the sell or for buy. Okay, for me I prefer to get the correction before I look for next move. And again, how about if the price break this trend line, it give a correction here? Yeah, may still we can look for down move, but before we need to look into it. And any sell we get from here, we need to consider whether we want it or not, because if you get a correction here, is somewhere around this low and this. Okay, whether we want to trade within this small range, I think is not a good idea. That's why if we get a correction, the breakout of this line, before we take the trade, we need to see what we get, what type of the correction we get. Anyway, we just wait, we see how is it. If we get a correction, then from there we see what type of the correction we get, and that correction can give us a continuation for the down move, or then it confirms this is the end of the move, and from there we should look for the up move. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share in the group. Thanks.